After the thrilling conclusion of the Arkham series, that was Batman Arkham Knight, we Arkham fans waited with bated breath for almost 10 years for the next game from Rocksteady, especially when you heard it would take place in Metropolis. We were expecting another amazing looking game with a good story and more DC characters doing free flow combat. And boy were we wrong. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. In this fanfiction story, we get to play as fanfiction characters, including fanfiction Harley, who hates her old outfit from the Arkham series, and hates the Joker.
You know, Joker used to be real good at hurting people with words. But you, boop. Even when you're evil, you're still too good.
Girl, at this point in the game, he's killed people. Lots of people. What are you talking about? Fanfiction Deadshot, who is obviously based on the Will Smith version of Deadshot from the lesser Suicide Squad movie. But he doesn't even look like Will Smith. And his arch enemy is Green Lantern. Why not give him a Yellow Lantern ring? Wrist cannons aren't going to cut it. Fanfiction Captain Boomerang, who's a moron and likes to complain about how bad the guns are and he has are. And last but not least, the best King Shark I've ever seen. He's so cool. He deserves to be on a better team. Ooh, how about the Justice League? Thankfully, we don't play as only 4 characters in this live service Fortnite ripoff game. We can play as 8. The Jonkler, a fake gay version of the Joker with an umbrella, who's so unlike Joker he implanted himself with an Argus neck bomb. Mrs. Freeze, an unnecessary gender swap version of Mr. Freeze, who could dress even more like a clown than Jonkler. Kim Belair, playing a character named Lawless. Well, that could come back to haunt her. And Deathstroke. But this time he's an old man who doesn't want to fight Batman anymore because he's gone to therapy and done some healing. You can't let us have any awesome characters, can you, sweet baby? Well, at least you killed the Justice League and stuck to your guns for the whole year this game was live service. Or you decided to have your cake and eat it too. Sadly, what you'll be eating because of this game won't be so pleasant. But you guys are the ones that made the story the way it is. Sweet Baby Defenders, the comment section is open. You can fight me in there. And after all that work, what has this game taught us? Never chase trends. This game didn't need to be a live service, or use jumping and shooting as the chief gameplay mechanics. And this game didn't need a woke, militant, feminist story where the man, and always the one, is dethroned and replaced with the heroes that the writers like more. Also, we learned that we can't trust names anymore. Names of characters, names of franchises, and names of studios obviously don't mean anything nowadays. So grab those retro games, do your research, and keep your wallets closed except for the best games made by the people we know will give us good quality. And also, sit back and watch the woke, DEI-filled AAA live service industry collapse under its own weight while you and your friends have fun with games we actually wanted to play, and not things like Little Kimmy's Justice League hate fiction. This game could have been so much better than it was. Why have only 8 playable characters that all use guns when there are so many more out there? You had Poison Ivy, who could summon plants, Asian Toyman, who could use his robot and electricity, Gizmo, who could fly and shoot his gun and use his tank, and Penguin, who could use his umbrella gun and fly with an umbrella copter. It feels like the only reason they made this game was to hate on the Justice League. And someone at WB thought it would be a good live service game? Wow. Imagine the thought process. To shoot at the Justice League and these generic enemies more effectively, spend hours grinding for currencies, or you can pay real cash. But the guns are only good for 1 season. Buy your copy today. Oh yeah, Jonkler really made a dent in that player count. Yeah, WB, we can clearly see who people want to play as.